The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Welcome back to another episode of Jaden XD.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We are so glad that you all enjoyed the Auntie episode from last week. We weren't expecting such
We were opening hearts and changing lives and shit with like
right. And then why didn't you put that? We can't. Do you know how many Auntie Jams exist?
Right. It was only an hour show, and
this is not Trapped in the Closet.
Right.
So, but we are definitely going to do a part 2.
And you know how hard it was to find that damn Heatwave song?
What was on YouTube?
Yeah, I know, but they only had like, you know how like white people like to do covers of things. So that's all I can find out first. So
I'm sorry, what? You found covered
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, the first thing I found was the wedding band that covered it. Yeah. Don't make that face.
I am totally making this face.
Okay.
Well, no, it is. It's a really hard. You can't. It's not on iTunes. It's
not actually on Spotify. It is. You didn't see the Auntie Jams?
Oh, it is on Spotify. It is on Spotify. It is. I lied because I have a playlist.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's on Apple Music.
It's not. It's not on Apple Music. It's not on Tidal. It's a hard song to find because I tried to find it on iTunes.
It is very pretty though, because I hadn't heard it, and so I was like, oh, this is very pretty.
Oh, I love that song so
It's
much.
long.
No.
Auntie songs are long.
You think it's long?
Yeah, it's long.
I don't think Star of a Story is long. Anyway, how was your week?
It was better than last week.
Okay.
You know, I had some realizations about myself, and I don't know if you want to hear them, but
I'm listening if you feel like sharing.
Okay. I said it on Twitter today, but I deleted all of my dating apps.
Oh.
Yeah, and I like not even just took them off my phone. I deleted the accounts that go with them.
Oh.
And the reason why is because I realized how much time I spend thinking about niggas.
That's real.
Like, I spend a lot of time pining or longing for a nigga's attention or whatever, because New York City is really lonely. But I realized, like, oh, I could be doing some other shit with my time. And also, I feel like, you know, you spend a lot of time, and again, thank God you're married, because this dating shit is awful. But, like, you spend a lot of time entertaining niggas that you really don't want to entertain. Just for the sake of you're bored, or maybe this can work out.
I haven't always been married.
Yeah.
And let me tell you.
Yeah.
It was a journey.
Yeah.
I was engaged before, so I definitely was in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
But I haven't always been married.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've entertained a few lemons.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I do not mean that in the refreshing citrusy type
No, I get it. All I've entertained is lemons. And so I'm like, nigga, when and not even to the point where I can make lemonade out the shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
no.
like,
well,
yeah. So I'm just like, no. And it's not like this idea of like, you know how hood rats be like, I'm just doing me right now.
Hate it.
Yeah, but it's not even that. I just feel like I need to prepare like my life to be greater than what it is, and part of that has to be really focusing on what I actually want.
Amen.
And that has a lot to do with not wasting time on niggas that don't want nothing to do with me, really.
Listen, how do I talk about this? So I am 1000% agreeing with you. Mm-hmm. When I said, first of all, I wasn't boy crazy, so to speak, as an adult when I was in my single days. Like I never
really thought you to be that. Even before you were married and I knew you.
But I did entertain like raggedy people just for the sake of passing time.
Yeah.
And when I said, you know what?
That's a cute scarf, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
When I stopped doing that, and I said, I'm going to just be single and focus on myself and the things that I need to accomplish for myself as an individual, that is when I found my husband.
Yeah.
Purely by accident. Like I found him at work.
Oh my God, you didn't say no to a coworker.
Well,
you married a coworker. You are Sierra. You had a baby with your coworker.
I'm not Sierra because I do more than one dance.
That's right. Hey.
I would never get with Future.
Yeah.
I would never get with Bow Wow. I would never get with 50 Cent.
Huh.
You thought I would get with 50 Cent?
I mean, he's closer to
my type than the others. He is, but no, I need somebody who has a little bit more couth.
Yeah.
So quick story how I met my husband. I walked into a bar. Jade walks into a bar.
Yeah.
So I walked into a bar. And I walked into a restaurant and I went to go interview for a chef position. And when I met with the owner, she said, "Oh, but I'll be putting you somewhere in front of the house." She was like, "What other experience do you have?" And I was like, "Well, I won't be serving, so we can just omit that." I was like, "But I did bartend for years." So she was like, "Okay, done, bartending." So when I walked in, he was the first person that I met while I was waiting to meet with her. Mm-hmm. And then I left. And we had a nice little brief conversation. I left, and then when I came back, I was hired. Then he asked me where I lived. I told him I lived in Brooklyn, and he was like, "You want to split a cab?" And I was like, "No, nigga, I'm not splitting no cab. Like, I take the train. What are you talking about?"
Right.
I think it was $2.45 at the time. So
in the morning.
No, $2.45.
Oh.
Or $2.25. That was when it was $2.25 for a Metro card.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm going to spend this $2.25 and I'll be fine. It's okay. It's a very short ride. So then, he was persistent and we started to split the cabs, and then we started to hang out after work. I did not say no to a coworker.
Yeah.
And now we have a 3-year-old next week.
Yeah.
So in that particular case, no, I did not say no to a coworker, and I'm very glad that I did not. But initially, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Initially, I did. He'll fight that, but I did say no initially.
Yeah. We need to have him on the show.
He needs to come on a full-blown episode.
Yeah. We've been talking about it.
Let him have a voice.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
But anyway, enough about me and my being Mary Jane self. How was your week?
My week was fine. I've been watching Orange is the New Black at work. And looking for apartments. And snapping my coworker.
Yeah.
Because she is entertaining.
Yes. I love her.
Listen.
She stands for Ja Rule.
She stands for Ja Rule. She stands for rapper Will Smith.
That's funny.
There is a difference. There's a difference.
Will Smith.
Rapper Will Smith.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah. Oh, she thinks that was an amazing movie.
Wow.
And so
That's
today
wild.
I found out a new detail. Her favorite Disney movie. Mm-hmm. Just take a guess. Based off of all of these.
It's probably something super off the wall, like. Well, no, because I have a favorite Disney movie. Like, I have a favorite animated and a favorite live action. My favorite animated is no one has ever seen ever. So I don't know. Hers is probably like Lilo and Stitch.
What's your favorite animated?
Sword in the Stone.
I love that movie! I love The Sword in the Stone!
Yes.
That is one of my favorite Disney movies.
Stop and go. That's the way the world goes round. Yeah.
I love Sword in the Stone. What are you talking about? No.
my God. Oh.
That is... No. Her favorite Disney movie is Lion King 2.
That went straight to, like, Avon.
It went straight to VHS.
Yeah, that's
So,
the Avon original series.
I found this out in the course of a conversation while she was talking about somebody else. But so when she said it to me, she was like, "Well," and I told him that because she's from Kansas City, but she's got this crazy accent.
Yes,
so she's
yes.
like, "I told him that, my favorite Disney movie was Lion King 2." And I was like, "Wait." And I was driving. I was like, "Did you say Lion King 2 or?"
Also.
Oh, my favorite. Right.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, Lion King 2." And I was like, it's right on brand.
Yeah.
Right on brand.
That is so wild.
So, but outside of that, so she entertains me. I take snaps of her taking selfies because she takes about 35 selfies a day.
That's awesome. She doesn't take selfies. She captures content.
If that's what you want to call it.
Okay. That's
Okay.
what I do.
Shout out to everybody who took a selfie for National Selfie Day.
You know, I did it because I didn't have anybody to take the picture for me.
I didn't because I don't take selfies.
Okay.
You didn't have anybody take a picture of...
I told
Nigga,
you
it's
I
called a
don't
selfie.
take selfies. I capture content. Duh.
So you take pictures of yourself.
No, I capture content for my brand.
Yo, your Instagram is like the O magazine.
Duh. Oh my god, we need to hurry up because Greenleaf is about to come on at 9 o'clock.
All right, let's go.
Have you? Oh.
No, I have no clue what that is. You
Oh
know
my
I don't.
god. Oh my god, you have to watch it though.
You know I don't know.
I know, because I know you hate I know you hate Oprah, but Oprah curses and she drinks in the show. Lynn Whitfield is also in the show.
I don't like her evil face.
Really? She's also evil in the show.
Who else is she? What else would she be?
Right. It like Greenleaf, it's really lit. It's like Empire, but like with Jesus.
What?
Yeah, it's the Jesus version of Empire. It's so lit.
And why did they name the show after lettuce?
Because their last names are Greenleaf,
Where are they from?
Tennessee. So it's their slave names.
Oh.
But anyway, listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud. I know some people have asked where we are in Google Play. I didn't think that I had to change some settings. I thought it would just naturally transition from the old show that we used to be on to the new show that we're currently on. However, life doesn't seem to work that way. So give us a couple weeks and we'll be on Google Play. But until then, we're on iTunes, Spotify. Ooh, Spotify. I was just kidding. Speaking it into existence. How
All
about
right,
that?
there you go.
iTunes, SoundCloud, Podomatic, and wherever else you choose. Clamor, Podbean. We all around these parts. And please make sure you rate us 5 stars. Like everybody, even if you don't have iTunes on if you have a Windows machine or whatever, like find your way to iTunes and rate us 5 stars because we need that.
Oh, and we ended up in the top 10 on Podomatic last week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was good. That was good. Thank you
Yeah.
all because that was because of you all.
Yeah, it was.
So we greatly appreciate that and
Totally.
your feedback on the Auntie episode, and we are definitely going to do more fun stuff.
Yeah, because pop culture is really like taking a turn for the worst. And it's really like, as you'll learn in this episode, that people are just naturally like awful. I don't know, it's like 2016 is bringing out the worst in everybody.
Listen, I rode next to a nigga in a cab today that was on his speakerphone conducting business for the whole 15 minutes. Like he couldn't wait 15 more minutes to get out that cab and conduct those 4 phone calls. So yeah, you're absolutely right. People are becoming significantly awful.
Yeah, like exponentially. Like at an alarming rate. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the GMOs in food. I don't know.
I'm glad you said that, though, because I was trying to make sure that I wasn't crazy for being so irritable. But you just justified it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's go.
He's all right. He kept talking about this bulimic head case he dumped over the 4th of July.
Really? Bulimic head case?
Yeah. What a loser she must be. Ow!
Sorry.
So, in white woman news, in Nilla news, Selma Blair, you know Selma Blair.
Yeah.
From Cruel Intentions, another white movie. She was taken off a flight Monday.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
After, like, quote-unquote, losing control.
Did she do that, like, head wiggle thing she does in Cruel Intentions?
Possibly. So she was, like, coming from a flight, like, from Mexico to LAX, and she was, like, in first class drinking wine. And apparently she mixed her wine on accident. She allegedly mixed her wine with the medication on accident. And she suddenly started crying and screaming, "He burns my private parts. He won't let me eat or drink." She also exclaimed, "He beats me. He's going to kill me." Now, mind you, she was with her son and the child's father.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at that. I was laughing at the first part of it, and then it got worse.
Yeah, it did. So, you know, she apologized. She said, "I made a big mistake. After a lovely trip with my son and his dad, I mixed alcohol with medication that caused me to black out and led me to say and do things I deeply regret. My son was with his dad asleep with his headphones on, so there's that saving grace. I take this very seriously, and I apologize to all the passengers and crew that I disturbed. I'm thankful to all the people who helped me in the aftermath. I'm a flawed human being who makes mistakes, and I'm filled with shame over the incident. I'm truly very sorry." So,
I have a question. What kind of medication was she on?
White woman medication. Because, there is white women medication, which is usually diazepine.
It's a different type of white woman.
Like benzodiazepines. Like, it was probably like a Xanax with...
so it's like a rich woman medication.
I mean, she's a rich white woman.
Right. But you got them awful, like, rich black women who pretty much do all the same things, too.
Well,
But
white woman drugs.
You're right. Okay, that's real. It sounds like the type of drugs that the lady on The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt pops.
Yeah, white woman drugs. But I have them.
I don't hang out with those type of people.
Yeah, she just had a Karen Walker cocktail that went awry.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to say that it's a lie that she mixed her pills with her wine by accident, because I feel like maybe once upon a time, a long time ago, when I was on an antibiotic or something that I'm not supposed to be drinking on, I have had a drink by accident. But I also remember being extremely paranoid, like, what's going to happen
No,
to
that's
me
happened to me.
this.
Yeah, that's happened to me. But I wasn't shouting no, like,
No, never.
like, he burns me and, like, you know, he makes me, like, he shits in my eye and shit like that. Like, no, I've never said no random shit like that.
I was just afraid, like, I was going to be vomiting uncontrollably.
Yeah.
But that is a whole, another level.
Yeah.
That's a completely different level. Just pay more attention, girl, I guess.
Yeah.
Or, I really think, low-key, high-key, that she was, she just didn't care that she was on pills. And she was like, oh, I'm going to have this wine. And then one glass of wine mixed with medication is not getting ready to do that to you. It's just not. It's just not.
Depending upon what.
Airplane wine is not getting ready to do the same. Like, they're not getting ready to give you this amazing quality, whatever. And you, like, she was either on a whole lot of pills or a whole lot of wine. Or a whole lot of both. For her to be doing that.
You're right.
Because, So, you took a lot of something. And, you know, I mean, I get it. I appreciate the apology. I guess if I was a passenger on the plane, I might sue her if she accidentally kicked me or something, but that's only because she's rich.
Yeah, or if she made me late to, like, formation.
Brooke, is your mother speaking for you? Do you not want to dance? I just want your mother to quit speaking for you. You're 15 years old. Grow the hell up.
You know what? You shut the hell up.
See how she talks to me?
It's a lot of Nilla news this week. Do you watch Dance Moms?
You know I don't.
Have you heard of Dance Moms?
You know I haven't.
Oh, God.
But I'm willing to listen.
You never heard of Dance Moms with Abby Lee?
Who?
You wouldn't watch Dance Mom because you'd want to punch this lady in her face. So, like, Abby Lee's dance company. There's a show called Dance Moms on Lifetime. You know I watch Bring It, right? You've seen Bring It, right? So it's the white version of Bring It.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. But it's, like, really, like, passive-aggressive. Actually, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is, because of the white moms.
I'm like,
and the white version of Coach D, like, her name is Abby Lee. And she's kind of like Roseanne.
Of course she is.
Mixed with, like, Paula Deen. Yeah. Like, if Paula Deen... Like, if Paula Deen had rolled knees.
Ew! Who? She doesn't?
Oh, okay. Like, if she had, like if Paula Deen was poor.
Ooh.
If Paula Deen was from Pittsburgh. There we go. That's what it is.
So the lady was Amish?
No. Abby Lee is just some really brash, big lady. So she...
Does she yell at the girls like the lady from Bring It?
She yells at the parents, yeah.
Oh, y'all think this is a game, huh?
Yeah, but she tells, like, the girls' parents, like... No, she tells, like, the kids that their parents are failures. And that they raised them horribly. But one of them has the last laugh. Maddie, she's the little white girl that dances with Sia all the time, like in the Chandelier video.
Okay.
Have you seen that music video for In the Chandelier?
Yeah, where she refuses to show her face.
Yeah, the girl dancing, she was on Dance Moms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, or she still is. So anyway, Abby Lee, she was convicted, she was suspected of fraud.
Her name is Abby Lee.
Yeah, and she's expected to plead guilty next week for bankruptcy fraud.
She sounds like somebody who commits Walmart fraud. Like she takes back a whole bunch of stolen goods to the customer service and tells them to give her a gift card.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's expected to plead guilty, and she owes $120,000. And she may serve time. We don't know yet.
It's no, that's federal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's gonna serve time.
Yeah.
She's gonna serve time, and she's gonna serve all of it.
Yeah, she could face up to 5 years in prison and $5 million in fines if she pleads guilty to all charges. And she's expected to plead guilty.
Well, girl, I don't know why you thought that was a good idea or like that wasn't going to catch up to you, but...
Yep.
Your name is Abby Lee, and you should act accordingly.
Yeah, Abby Lee Miller.
I feel like if Jamaica had as many white people as they do black people, then that would be like the standard like name. You know how like everything is something Ann with Jamaicans?
Carrie Ann, Terry Ann,
Stacey Ann,
Stacey Ann.
I feel like white people be Terry Lee, Abby Lee, Sarah Lee.
I mean, that's what they do south of the Mason-Dixon.
So maybe they're
in the Bible Belt.
Maybe that is the white Jamaica. They have beaches.
They have pigs.
Okay.
And mud.
Same thing.
Yeah. And they have their sugar cane. There's sugar. Yeah.
Just like Jamaica.
Pussy, 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 pussy.
Iggy, pussy illy, wetter than Amazon kisses, kitty, silly Billy, poppin' pillies, smoking like a swisher, lit this feeling, mold 'em, soak 'em, hook 'em like crack, after shot, molten, lather drop, this should be apple, homie pie.
So, Swaggy P.
Oh God, wish we'd stop calling him that.
Yeah, Nick Young. Like, where did the fuck P? Is his middle name Peter or like Parker or something?
I didn't know who he was until I saw those question marks above his head and had to ask several times.
Yeah, you did. You were like, "Is that the question mark nigga?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's him."
Yeah.
Him and Iggy Azalea. I don't even have a joke for her. The name just writes its own jokes.
Right.
They broke up.
No.
I know. Shocking. And she said, although I love Nick and have tried to rebuild my trust in him, it's become apparent in the last few weeks I'm unable to. I genuinely wish Nick the best. It's never easy to part ways with the person you plan to spend your entire future with. But futures can be rewritten, and as of today, mine is a blank page. Guess where she wrote this?
Duh, Instagram.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta, like, I don't know how many times we are gonna talk about Instagram therapy. And Instagram therapy comes in so many different forms. It comes in the form of you writing a note and then taking a screenshot and then posting it as a picture.
That's what she did.
Yeah, it comes in the form of that, but it also comes in the sneaky form of memes. Because if you look at a hood rat's Instagram, their memes in the succession of such tells a story of their lives. So it'll be like a meme of like two random people, and it'll be like sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on, and then it'll have like some kind of caption that's like, this is how he loves me, this is what he just said, me and bae. And then it'll be like, you know, when you find another bitch's number in your nigga's phone, texting him, like, it's just a succession of such, and I just wish you all would stop.
Yeah, they do that on Jack too, which is so interesting.
You can go to the Paper Source and buy yourself a beautiful notebook, and you can write all of your thoughts till your heart is content and nobody else has to read it.
You know, that's what's wrong with the world. Niggas need diaries.
They need diaries. I had a diary when I was a teenager, and call it corny. And I'm sure when I go back and read it that it's probably going to be awful. But guess what? I will go back and read those awful thoughts. I'm not going to expose you all to that.
Yeah, I had a journal.
You didn't have a diary?
Nah, it was a journal.
I won't tell. I won't tell. I won't tell your secret. Your secret. Sorry. I'm just saying, niggas don't care. They don't care. Like, we don't care. So if y'all thought we did, we don't.
Yeah, but then Nick Young just tweeted single. But Iggy also had the last laugh because she towed that car she bought him for Christmas.
Damn.
Yeah. That's some shit a black woman would do. Be like, well, let me take this shit back.
Checkmate.
Yeah. So she kind of won that.
She did. I have to give that to her.
Yeah, that was...
I'd be a hater if I didn't.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I wish them both something. I don't know. I don't have nothing for them. I wish them good health. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish them bonne santé.
Okay, great. Is that Haitian?
It's French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the
world. Congratulations to the 2016 NBA champions, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I forgot about that.
LeBron and them.
Sure.
Yeah. It was a riveting game.
Yes, it was.
I got my trade on and I watched.
Okay. At home?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I watched the whole game.
Alone?
Yeah, and I'm lying because I didn't watch the whole game. I watched the first quarter and then the Kardashians came on. But right after the Kardashians, I turned right back to Channel 7.
And when you saw those last 55 seconds.
Yes. I was in the motherfucking zone. No, I watched all of the first quarter and all of the fourth quarter.
Mm.
Yeah. I like basketball. I enjoy football more.
I'm a basketball girl.
Yeah.
So
I used to really love basketball until I think after Michael retired the second time, and then
that
like
was a long time ago.
Yeah, but then like early Kobe was cool. And then I think I really kind of stopped giving a shit about basketball when by the time Allen Iverson came on the scene.
Oh,
really.
That's when I was heavy.
Yeah.
All the way up until probably... No, I've been watching basketball for a long time.
Like, I'll tune in, but I'm not like
I used to be.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
I would watch... Like, I remember
football
when...
I am more, so...
The Pistons played. And I watched the whole game by myself. And I, like, screamed at the TV and everything. Yeah. But outside of that... I kind of fell off for a little bit, and then we watched a good portion of this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a couple games this season, and last season too. Just because, it's nice to see Golden State. Because before, when I was a kid, because I'm from the Golden State, and they used to suck. Like no one, like Chris Webber was on. Like no one gave a shit about teams in California except the Lakers.
Right.
But like Sacramento Kings, no one gave a shit about them.
No.
Golden State, that was a joke. The Raiders, blah.
Only Raiders fans.
Yeah, 49ers really, outside of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, we had a little blank spot in the NFL until, Kaepernick came along and shit. But yeah, sports teams in California really, we all right.
The Celtics was my team.
Samesies. And then... I don't have a basketball team. I don't have a favorite basketball team anymore.
I don't either. I like players individually. I think Draymond Green did his thing.
Dick puncher.
But he did his
Dick
thing.
Punching
Shumpert.
dicks. I love him.
Why?
Him and he's so like goofy. Like, he did this promo for Good Morning America. He was like, oh my God, my mama watched Good Morning America. Like,
that's cute.
Hey, like, he's adorable to me. Like he's ugly fine.
Well, that front pony irritated me the whole, like, I cannot with that front pony.
Yeah. He had like a Frederick Douglass was gay.
Or something.
Yeah.
Or it was like a Hotep version of a man bun. I don't know. But like, it was not, I did not like it.
Like, it was a nigga man bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
or not.
weird.
That nigga slapped it up in a rubber band. Yeah. But whatever the case was, I hated it, and I wish he would never do it again.
Yeah, it looks like he put too much kinky curly pudding in it.
Yeah, but not in everywhere. So like some parts were kinky and some were curly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. But congrats again to Cleveland.
Congrats to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I say that specifically because you know I don't believe in hairline James.
You don't like LeBron?
I'm not a King fan.
Really?
No.
That's interesting.
Nope, never been a LeBron fan.
That's interesting.
And I think he needs to go play football, which he did before.
He has the body of God. His body is amazing.
And he's got the hairline of your grandpa.
My grandfather's dead.
Stop! Why you gotta be that guy? Stop! You know... Y'all know how I feel about that guy. Y'all know how I feel about that guy. Like, you know how I feel about that guy.
I was debating on coming back with that. Why am I laughing? This shit is not funny. Because both of them are dead.
Stop. Did you know him?
I did. I wear his, this is his wedding band.
That's right, it is.
Yeah. Ha! Booga booga.
Nope, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, don't. No. Because I already know where you're going with, and yes, I take it off while.
Oh, I wasn't even going to ask that.
Okay.
Didn't cross my mind, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Next. Shout out to the new season of Orange is the New Black. No, I'm not gonna give you all spoilers. I'm not gonna do that to you.
So we'll talk about Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, we should.
But not now. Because I have issues with it, and I think I'm kind of.
What, like you like? But your issues, you have to talk about specifics.
No, I can talk about them. I think I haven't finished it, so what I've decided to do, I rushed to the end. I don't need to see the beginning. I saw the first season. I saw the last 2 episodes.
I heard the last 2 episodes are heavy.
They are.
I'm on episode 8.
They are, and then I can't talk about it with you then.
I'm not really one of those people.
No, because it's a part of the story.
Okay.
Because I'm wondering if this person's contract is done with the show, or if they're not coming back. I didn't say that. Or if their contract is done, or they quit the show, or they'll return, or they'll spin it somehow. I don't know. I don't know how they could, but they can. It's TV. But I will say, I mentioned this earlier this morning too. I'm a little annoyed isn't the word, but like, are we gonna talk about police brutality and Black Lives Matter in everything that we do?
I think now
and while I see that importance, I also understand that most of the writers on TV, especially in this show, are not even black, but not even like people of color.
Right, they're all white.
Yeah. So there is a level of disconnect that I have after knowing this. Mm-hmm. And when you watch it, it is done rather well. It's disturbing, but it is also kind of like how I wonder what this would have been like if this was written differently with a black lens. And I understand the show is, and I don't put too much space, too much like ridicule in these shows who have all white writers, and because I'm like, yeah, okay, well, there should be blacks in the writers' room wherever we go, right? Mm-hmm. But this is a white story. This is about a white woman's journey in prison,
right?
So this is like to be told through her lens. I understand this is not about the book anymore because we've done finished the book at this point. Mm-hmm. However, still, it's still a white story, and so I'm just kind of like,
You know what I wonder? Now that I, like, with the book, with the story of the actual story being done, and now they've clearly, like, written...
Yeah, they've sensationalized it and made their own story, sure. I'm
wondering if, first of all...
Because this season is rather heavy.
Does Piper, the original Piper Kerman, is she one of the writers on the show?
No.
Okay, so never mind then. Because I was going to say, if she was...
I'm wondering if I think
part of this was what she wished would have happened.
That's a good question.
You know, but now that I know she's not a writer on the show, then I can't really ask that question because she's not a writer on the show, so it's not really like she's the one who's sensationalizing it.
Because the book is not like the show at all.
I mean, that's generally how it goes.
It's more something you would read in school.
Okay.
Like, it is anecdotal, but it is more of like some shit you would read for class.
Okay.
Like it's not as entertaining as it's a good book. It's just not as entertaining as the show is because of course they have to add humor and whatever. But yeah, when you watch it, you're gonna be like, oh, and I get whatever. Well, we'll talk about it.
I want you to tell me.
You really want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. She's killed?
Mm-hmm. Now it's time for a break.
So our tip today is actually a super simple tip, which a lot of these will be. And this one is about cooking rice. So even though many of you do know how to cook rice, so this does not apply to you, this is an easy way for those of you who have such a hard time getting the right consistency with your rice. The fingertip rule. It's a very standard rule. You rinse, make sure first of all that you rinse your rice so that you're rinsing that starch, that extra starch off and anything that might have happened in processing. After rinsing your rice and you put it in your pot, when you add your water, add just enough over the rice where it covers your fingertip of your forefinger. That way, your rice will come out soft enough, but it will come out with the right consistency. It won't be mushy, and I feel like that's a good thumb to go by in cooking rice. So that's your tip with Jay.
Thanks. I don't know how to cook rice.
So there you go.
No. I'm eating chips on the show.
Same old and new show, same niggas.
I'm a P, I am a MP. Told y'all niggas before about me. Plenty rim to the H-E-A-D.
Somebody buy some more drones so we can smoke please. Now what's your name?
I'm Pussy Pumper #1.
So T.I. and Tiny are in the news this weekend. Not necessarily them, but their daughter.
Oh, nigga.
Zonique was arrested trying to get a gun through the airport security. So Zonique, she was Tiny's daughter, got caught trying to carry a weapon through security at the airport in Atlanta. Like she tried to carry it through through the carry-on. She's been threatened with like stalkers and some really aggressive, violent like social media bullying. So her daddy and her mommy bought her a gun. Oh, my daddy says shoot.
Oh, my daddy says shoot.
So I mean, I don't know why. I mean, she's out, but I don't know why she would even think to be like, I could get this gun through airport security. Because her stupid ass stepdaddy.
Well, first of all, like, I'm sure they got... So first, they live in the South, and the gun laws down there are more lax than they are in New York. Like, New York has very, very strict gun laws. But the gun laws in the South they're a lot more lenient. So it's not out of the ordinary for somebody to get their child a gun in order to protect themselves. But why would you try to take it through the TSA?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
If anything, and T.I., I also blame you, because if you know that she's being threatened with stalkers and she's going out of town,
get her security.
Exactly. Why don't you set up the proper process and security on the other side of wherever she's going to make sure that she's safe?
Yeah.
So that she doesn't feel like she has to do something as stupid as trying to take a gun through airport security.
Yeah.
I just don't... Like, have you all not learned?
Of course not.
Like, I forgot these are the same people who dyed their eyes. So, permanently.
Yeah, they dyed their eyes.
Yeah, these are the same people. Her and her mama, they both dyed their eyes.
Yeah, I know you and I were talking about this earlier, but I feel like we should talk about it on the show.
Okay.
About how, like, people need support. Like, people need people.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of us who, like, go through shit alone and they don't have to. Especially if it's something like medical or something emotional. Like, there are people out there who can really, you know, are, especially your friends, and your friends aren't there to judge you or to, like, you know, make you feel bad about yourself.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond Honey Roasted Almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond Almonds. Crave victoriously.
And if they are, that means that they're not your friends. But, like, you need people.
Yeah.
Like, people always, and this is what's wrong with, this is why I blame crack. Crack is a motherfucker, because crack has made people think that they are beyond human emotion. Because I'm quick to avoid people who are like, oh, I'm quick to cut a nigga off. Or I don't have friends, like, I don't do friends, like, I just do me. Yeah, I'm like, get over yourself. That's super weird, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, like, you need a hug.
You do,
like,
because you are hurt.
Like, hurt as a motherfucker. And, like, of course I blame crack for that. Because only crack would have made your parents do something to make you even think that way.
Well, I don't know, because Harriet Tubman was mean as shit.
That's by circumstance.
Yeah, that's true. She like,
because
if
I was a slave, I'd be pissed as fuck too.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you think you about to go back and snitch us out, nigga? Yeah. You about to die right here.
Like, I've never heard a story about a happy slave.
I mean,
yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off or divert, but can I just say that, can we just stop making slave stuff? Like, slave movies, slave TV shows.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Because you know why?
Why?
So a couple years ago, I had went home for holidays, and I rarely do that because why? Mainly because plane tickets to California are like $600 in December. I'm like, oh, girl, what? So, anywho, I went. It was Christmas, and my cousins who were in the 5th and 6th grade at the time had social studies homework they made slavery and the civil rights movement sound like an episode of Little Bill.
I heard they want to take slavery out of the history books.
Exactly. Which brings me to my point of why, no, these people, and by these people, I need white people, and also the blacks who feel that slavery wasn't that bad. They need to remember, bring it on. Bring on the Nat Turner biopic. Bring on Harriet Tubman and her wild ride. Bring on Ida B. Wells and the mysterious case of science or some shit. I don't fucking know.
This is what me and Amber were talking about. We were talking, like, I was like, listen.
Amistad 2 niggas is back. Like, listen, we need it all.
If I could turn on the Food Network or the Cooking Channel and watch George Washington Carver teach niggas how to make peanut butter.
Yep, all day.
I would be cool with that.
Yep.
The Nat Turner biopic.
Basquiat
totally
replacing
here for that.
Bob Ross, talking about motherfucking happy trees, all that.
I'm here for that. What I'm tired of is Roots. What I'm tired of.
No, we need that. We need the real. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep seeing
they
the
were
negative
tired
depiction.
too.
We keep seeing the negative.
Yes,
they were.
Too.
But we keep seeing the negative depiction. Like, let's look at some of the positive things. Let's look at other black people that are doing things or that have done things in history.
Mm-hmm. And as well,
I totally understand that this paved the way for so many different things. This was something that we could not control. We were enslaved.
Mm-mm.
I'm tired of watching black people suffer all the time, whether it be in the past or now.
No, I totally.
And that's all I'm saying.
I get you in this sense of like,
let's make a George Washington Carver biopic. Maybe not literally, because maybe he was boring, but I'm saying there were other black people who were doing things that we can highlight in order to try to build ourselves up, because the slave stuff is still going to be there, and there's going to be slave stuff in the future. That's the thing. I'm not saying it's never going to end, never make another one again, but there's so many at this point. Let's get some positivity flowing.
Well, that's also because white people like to be reminded of what they considered, what they champion. Because, you know, white people get this shit made.
I know.
And white people love the good old days. And part of this is funding these out of white guilt. But it's also like, oh, this was so fascinating. I had no idea. Like they love this shit too. Because I guarantee, when I went to go, I'll never forget this. I was really young, or rather young, when Amistad came out, and my grandmother made us go see it as a family. Mm-hmm. I also remember when she made us go see Malcolm X too, and there was a whole bunch of white people in the movie theater. I always was like, mommy? Even going forward, like seeing like, when I saw 12 Years a Slave in the movie theater, totally bad idea.
I'm sure.
Yeah, not because the movie was bad, but it was just like, I went to see it on 86th Street, and who was there? A sea of milk. And I was just like, oh, girl, this is too much. They're crying and shit. I'm like, fuck you crying for? You know what I mean?
What?
Like, whatever.
Why are you crying?
Right. Do you feel guilty?
I don't want your guilty tears.
Right. But I understand where you're coming from, because I do feel like in order for us to heal, if we're gonna heal, let it be glorious. But and I get, like, you know, sometimes that shit fucks you up. Like, I don't want to see like our people getting beaten and shit or whatever. However, for some reason, people like to pretend like the shit doesn't exist.
No, I'm not with that.
Most people, and the people who pretend that slavery didn't exist, are the people that make decisions for our lives. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I always say, like, when people are entitled to their opinion, I'm like, no, the fuck they're not. Because people, if every time you say that, like, someone who, like, laws are based on opinion. Like, we were considered 3/5 of a person based on some motherfucker's opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, no, niggas need to remember. And by niggas, I mean white people. No, yes, if you want to relive the good old days, fine. But it's going to get gorier and more real, so you know this is what you did to us.
I mean, I get that. I get that aspect of it, but from the aspect of a black person.
No, I get it. Like, it's tiresome, and you want to see a more positive thing of, like...
My people did so much more than that.
Yeah, we did. No, we did.
You know
I get
what I'm
that.
saying?
No, I totally understand where that's coming from.
I understand where you're coming from, but that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm totally cool on a Roots remake. Now, what I will say is the show Underground, I'm not going to speak poorly on that. I like Journey Smollett Bell.
Yeah. I
like her.
She's having a baby.
I know. I just like her energy. I don't know her, obviously, but I just like her energy, and I like her. I like what I see as a person.
Yeah.
And I think she's a good actress, and I think she's underrated, actually. She doesn't get enough work.
I don't disagree with you.
So I haven't watched the show, and I'm not opposed to watching the show, and that's fine, but I'm like, after that, like, let's just
Underground made me feel bad for a white person. That's how I know. I was like, ooh.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Listen. It's a lot.
How did it make you feel bad for a white person in a slave show?
It's a lot. It's a lot. You have to watch it.
Underground is not Orange is the New Black, so you can absolutely, like, just...
No, but we don't have the time for all that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You got a fat bitch. On your kids, huh? You got a fat bitch. When I walk to the tub, got a fat bitch. When I'm ready for the club, got a fat bitch. When I go to the store, got a fat bitch. When I shop for my couture, got a fat bitch. When I'm walking down the street, got a fat bitch. When I holler at my peeps, got a fat bitch. When I pick up my check, got a fat bitch. When my girls got my back.
So, America's doomed. Like, I mean, we're doomed for several things. But, like, have you ever, like, watched the Food Network or, like, the Cooking Channel on, like, a Saturday?
I'm sure I have.
And they have that show Carnival Eats.
Oh, yeah,
where they
but I don't
deep
really
fry
watch that.
fucking everything.
Yeah.
They make, like, a walking taco fried in, like, duck fat, like, wrapped in bacon, like, stuffed in, like, a brisket, covered with cheese and sugar, and, like, with corn dogs on top.
Oh my God.
And, like, they do, like, fried watermelon and shit.
What? Stop.
Yeah.
Don't taint it.
No, they did have fried watermelon. I swear I put that on grits. So America's doomed. And the reason why I say that is because Burger King, a.k.a. Krusty Burger...
Yeah.
Because that shit is Krusty Burger. Like, I swear to you. Like, every time I watch The Simpsons, I'm like, oh, that's Burger King.
I ain't never seen a gas stove in Burger King, yet they make flame-broiled Whoppers.
Yep. No flame.
No flame.
No flame.
It's not lit.
At all. So they're testing out mac and Cheeto sticks.
Just stop. You're disrespecting Cheetos, and you're disrespecting mac and cheese. And you're disrespecting me.
It's a Cheetos-like exterior with a mac and cheese stuffed interior.
Again, I say, you're disrespecting Cheetos, you're disrespecting mac and cheese, and you're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting black people. And this goes back to our last conversation about negativity and watching slave shit. We invented mac and cheese, and y'all are going to turn around and wrap it up in Cheetos and put it in some grease and serve it to me and make me pay $4.99 for it? That's disgusting. That's disgusting, and you're disgusting if you eat that.
That's so funny you say that, because I just happened to log on Twitter just now, and shout out to Mander Bobander. You're on the show. She tweeted, or first of all, or Be Nasty also tweeted. She said Exhibit 34534 on why we say no to coworkers. So she tweets a picture of something that they served in the office, and it's macaroni and cheese, but with a twist. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Blueberry mac and cheese.
Excuse me?
I swear to you, that's what this shit says. Help yourself to blueberry mac and cheese.
Nigga, this looks like peach cobbler with noodles and blueberries. This looks like diarrhea in noodle form.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
and they have the nerve to have the bent foil pan. Like they were really doing something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You went to the supermarket. Like
I'm legit
seriously.
mad.
Like you seriously went to the supermarket. And the thing is, I test all kinds of recipes. Last night, I made a sweet potato Thai red curry with chicken and lemongrass and things like that, and it was delicious. But you seriously went to the supermarket and purchased blueberries and cheese and cream and noodles and eggs and whatever else you put in your mac and cheese, and you said, I'm gonna put all this together and I'm gonna put a smiley face on this 8.5 by 11 and tell you all to eat up. Like, that happened.
Yeah. Like, I feel disrespected. I wasn't even there. Like, I would totally report them to HR.
Like, HR.
Yeah.
That's what they yell in my office every time somebody does something inappropriate, which is every 5 seconds. HR! Ain't no HR.
Yeah.
Ain't no HR, bitch.
But no, like, I'm mad. Like, not blue cheese mac and cheese.
Because I thought that when you said blue, I was like, well, you know I make a buffalo mac and cheese.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay, fine. But no. Blueberry macaroni and cheese. And I bet you 20 ham sandwiches that shit has American cheese in it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, you know
it's
what?
fucking blueberries. Why else not?
Well, I'll tell you why else not. Because whoever this is clearly thought they were doing some healthy, inventive, like, wonderful... Inventive is not a word. But you know what I mean. Like, they thought they were doing something next level. So they went to the organic market. I guarantee you this was a hipster. So they went to the organic market to purchase those blueberries, and they got like these noodles and whatnot. And then they bought these fancy cheeses. So I'm even more upset because not only did they put blueberries in mac and cheese, but they completely disrespected cheese.
We are in a recession. How the fuck do you have money to burn on bullshit like this?
Like, even in your highest state, even if you are on cloud 365, you are spinning, my nigga. You are not.
I have never even thought to even make this, and I've done designer drugs before. Like I would never have even done this shit.
There is not a high in the world that still justifies. I will give you this Cheeto mac and cheese stick situation. If you were high boots, like, I might give you that. Like, you thought that was a good idea, but you weren't in your right mind. Yeah. I will never give you blueberry mac and cheese. I will never give you blueberry mac and cheese. I hope that somebody puts eye drops in your coffee.
Yikes.
Because that's what you just did to the whole office. But nobody's really going to get diarrhea because nobody's going to eat it.
Oh, contraire. But why is there, like... Niggas have ate it. Look at it. There are... It has been dug in.
I don't see the bottom of the pan.
Yes, you can. Look at it.
That's Zoom not in. Cheese?
No, nigga.
That's foil? Wait, that's not foil. That's not the bottom of the pan.
That is the bottom of the pan, Jade.
Tweet it.
I just did.
Tweet it.
Oh, let me do it from my account. Well, I'll do it when I...
That's not the bottom of the pan. That looks like cheese. So not only did they make blueberry mac and cheese, these niggas didn't even cut the cheese. They didn't even shred the cheese. That doesn't look like foil to me at the bottom. That doesn't look like the bottom of the pan.
I'm ready to end the show now.
Okay.
Because I'm upset.
Like, that is heartbreaking, my nigga. I'd rather watch Tia Mowry cook 75 meals than ever eat blueberry mac and cheese.
You don't like her show?
Like, I appreciate what you're doing, I guess. But, like, I'd rather watch reruns of Sister Sister. Honestly,
man.
Like, just stop. Like, we don't want no more Parmesan chicken sticks. I just don't. I'm cool. Like, I just don't want to watch you cook the things that you do in your kitchen. So, you can go do everything else that you do because I'm not generally a part of those avenues, and so I don't really have to. But, like, you are now infiltrating on a territory that I hold near and dear, and I really wish that you wouldn't. Plus, you went on Cocktails with Chloe, so.
Well, that's the end of the show.
We gotta sing a song.
I'm mad. Shit, I don't. Blueberry mac and cheese.
So for the person who made that blueberry mac and cheese, we'll finish our show by saying this to you. I hate you so much right now.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but that shit is funny.
I got these hot Cheeto puffs.
Yeah, but they're not hot Cheeto mac and cheese sticks.
No, but why you eat these puffs though? Because it's like flavored styrofoam.
I mean, whatever. Bye.
Bye.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond Honey Roasted Almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond Almonds. Crave victoriously.